Yeah, well, congrats to our players. Being 2-0, played a very good football team. You watched their film against Georgia and Middle Tennessee, and the way they have started the season. Man, I thought, man, this may be one of the best football teams that we played here at Wildcat Stadium during my time here, and they're very well coached. They've shown to be very physical, and just got great respect for Coach Ferris and what he's doing there at Austin Peay. And man, they're going to be a really good football team as the season moves on. And proud of our guys. Felt like that we started obviously a little bit quicker and forced the 3 takeaways. And I kept telling her, I told our guys at halftime that it's going to take 2 takeaways. You got to get 2 more takeaways in the second half to seal this game, and we never did. We had a couple of opportunities that we let get through our fingers and stalled out a few times there with a couple of drop balls, and there in the third quarter that I felt like hopefully we could have taken some more time off the clock, but kind of just never really put them away. Made it where it was comfortable, but never where really we just sealed the game. So got to get better at that. But again, you're talking about a team that just we're continuing to learn. We're continuing to get better every single week that we've gone out and played. I mean, don't care what the record says. When you look at our season from game 1 to game 4, we've gotten better every week.
Best first quarter for the team this season, which is even out of the gates.
Yeah, I mean, we just challenge them to, because I'm not all into that. Hey, you got to start fast. I mean, you better finish every game. You better play 60 minutes and then some, so. I just like for them to come out with a mental focus and a mental intensity, and we were able to. I felt like our defense was playing with a lot of aggression early, controlling the line of scrimmage. I think we probably surprised them a little bit. I don't know, but we were able to get those 2 takeaways, and I think we scored 14 points off those. I'm not sure if the other one was the kickoff recovery fumble, but I know we scored 14 points off the turnovers there in the first half, and so I like the way we came out and played. And it's just, again, though, when you're talking about a team that you have to come out early. I mean, you have to play with confidence, and that's something that I think we're gaining every week is more and more confidence that we are a really good football team. I mean, you look at the number of drives that we've gone anywhere from 50 to 75 plus yards this season. It's remarkable compared to my 3 previous seasons here. So I like what I see, from that regard. But I knew that red zone scoring, turnovers, third down. I know we were pretty good on the first half on third down. Obviously, we weren't very good in second half defensively, but got a little bit conservative, probably calling defense. But like what I saw.
Coach, you just touched on it right there, but you guys were really good again on the third down tonight defensively. What is it that sets you guys up for success in those big money downs?
Yeah, just try to get people behind the sticks. If I can get people in third down 7 plus, we typically make it fairly hard for people to get off. We're very multiple in our coverage concepts, and so I think once you get people in those down and distance situations where you're going to dictate to them on the way it's going to be played, the down's going to be played instead of them dictating to you. So if we can get them on 3rd and 7 plus, we're going to be pretty good most of the time.
Last week after the game, we talked about Jake Castle's struggling with his confidence a little bit, but he had a couple of really nice catches tonight.
Yeah, I think it's like anything else. Sometimes you drop one, and you let that affect the next 2 or 3 receptions. You got to have a short memory, and you just got to let it go and keep playing. But very proud of, to put up 45 points in a conference game, early, and again, we talk about it all the time. Our goal is to go undefeated at home. We knew this was, you got Stephen F. Austin, and you got Austin Peay, your first 2 home games. I mean, that's pretty highly competitive games, and if we can continue to win at home and go on the road and be road warriors, we'll position ourselves for success in November.
Coach, this felt like a breakout game for you guys tonight offensively. Do you feel like still
I really felt like last week was a breakout game. I mean, to have that many rushing yards, and if we make 2 field goals in the first half, we'd have scored. We only had 8 possessions, really. I called the last possession off. I told them just, hey, run the clock out. And but if we make those 2 field goals last week against TCU in the first half, we would have scored possession number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We would have scored 6 straight possessions against a really, really good football team. So I felt like last week I thought, you know what, here we go. We got a chance to be a really good football team. And the thing I like about it is we're explosive, but yet we're not really. It's not like one-play drives. You know, that's kind of who we were a year ago. Flip it out there to Nehemiah Martinez, or Sam Hicks makes an incredible run or something like that. I like the consistency. Even since the Tulsa game, you know, you can't replace 10 starters on offense and think you're just going to go out there and be, you know, just, you know, the New England Patriots with Tom Brady or something. And so I felt really good about the progress, really from the probably about the last week of fall camp and the week of our first game. I thought, you know what, we'll just keep getting better. And then the second week against Stephen F. Austin showed signs. Then last week against TCU, I think we gained a lot of confidence. And then tonight, I think it, you know, I mean, we had several guys down tonight, and we don't worry about it. We just like, hey, next guy, you're up, and let's go.
Kind of touching on that, Caden Roach left early in this game with injury. You
Yeah.
guys really seem to keep the pressure on them defensively.
Yeah.
Can you sort of speak to that depth?
Yeah, we're just trying to keep him out. It's a long haul. He moves around about like I do, and you know, just trying to, you know, it's a long season, so it's going to be it's a grind, and we're just trying to protect him as much as we can, and then you know, hopefully we'll get some guys back this week on Monday, and be a little bit closer to full strength next week maybe.
There were a couple kind of chippy plays later in that game. The team seemed to respond really well to those, kind of giving and kind of
Yeah.
bounce back. What do you think?
Yeah, it speaks to our discipline. You know, like I'm trying to get an explanation on how can they have 3 guys on 1 guy, and y'all call offsetting penalties. I mean, like that. We don't do that. Like, so we try to take great pride in our discipline and our character, and you know, normally our guys are pretty good, and I don't know how you can have 3 guys got a guy on the ground and it's called an offsetting penalty. So I don't know what that was all about, but they never gave me an explanation. And so, you know, it just, we won't, our guys know that you're not going to get away with that.
Stone had a pair of rushing touchdowns tonight too. Do you feel like his running ability gives you all an added dimension?
Yeah, it's like when you play a quarterback that can run like that, it's like you're defending 12 people, you know. And man, he's really he's been really, really good at just taking what the defense gives him, and when it's not there, throw it away, hit the check down, or run, you know. And I think he's making really sound decisions going into tonight. So we turned the ball over, one time? Took it away 3 times. So we're probably +4 maybe in the turnover ratio. So we just got to keep doing that. And if we protect the ball the rest of the year and take it away defensively, we're tough out.
Last week you had some kicking troubles. This week Van Brett starting they'll go kicker. What did you thought of Stephen Griffin and Austin Peay going into this week?
Yeah, you know, I let Ty communicate with them mainly. It's not real good to have a linebacker mentality coaching the kickers. But, like, you know, we're just trying to build confidence in them. You know, I just told Ty, I said, breathe life into him and speak victory. And we went with Perez, and he had a great week kicking the football. We thought if we could just get Cookie to focus on kicking off and have Perez focus on scoring points, maybe they'll gain some confidence and perform at a high level. And I think they're going to keep getting better.
throughout this time last year when Will Schaefer really broke out for you guys, he just continues to be such a presence on defense, and the offense always feels like for him. What do you continue to see?
Yeah, Will's just he has such a high football IQ. I mean, he understands concepts, he understands situations, and he gets the thing that I think he's grown the most. He used to get really down on himself if he, felt like he should have made a play or didn't execute his assignment, and he's really matured and he's just developed into a great leader for our program, and I mean, he's everything that an ACU football player ought to be about.
Coming off a conference title in a really deep conference like this, how significant was it for you guys to get a win against a ranked opponent?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's one you have to win at home, so you have to protect home, and then you got to be able to go on the road. It's a long race. Anyone can beat anyone. It's the most I don't know. The competition from top to bottom in this conference this year is it's as good as it's been since I've been here. I really don't worry about anybody but us, and just if we'll just continue to focus on becoming a better team, it really won't matter what other people do. You can't control that. So if we'll just play our best and we'll just do the things that it takes to win each and every week during the week of practice and meetings and preparation, we'll position ourselves to win.
Coach Schwartz said three-score leads most games through the half of football. Your team had three-score lead going into the half. What did you tell them in the locker room for them to keep fighting in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not big on Gipper speeches, so I just kind of tell them, hey, here's what you need to do. You need to score 3 times offense. They did. And I told the defense, you need to take the ball away 2 times. They didn't. So therefore, they were hanging on. You're just sitting there. I hate the 2-score lead's the worst lead in football. Because you look at the scoreboard and you go, man, it seems bigger than what it really is. I mean, then all of a sudden they score a touchdown, and then it's cut right in half. But I hate a 2-score lead. Once it kept going, we got it to a 3-score lead the first time, and then we just let them go right down and score. I mean, like going, we just have to make these guys understand that a football game is never over. I've seen crazy stuff happen in football. I mean, look at the Memphis-Arkansas game today. I mean, that's crazy. To come from 16 points down, it looks like it's over. It looks like Arkansas is getting ready to line up and kick a field goal to win the game, and they fumble, and then you just sit there and you're in the locker room saying, how'd that happen? So I just try to spell out to them, here's what it's going to take to win this game at halftime, and that's really all I did. I just said, offense, you got to score 3 times. Defense, we got to take the ball away twice, and we didn't. We had 2 opportunities for interceptions, and we dropped them both.
You guys have another tough game next week on the road against Incarnate Word. How do you guys build off the momentum?
Yeah, it just kind of happens organically, like we don't. They're not even in our conference. We have respect for what they've done over the last 5 years, 6 years or so with their football program. When I first came here, they were I kind of looked at them at what they had done. I looked at what they had done prior to, I guess, Eric Morris getting there. And then I kind of saw, it was kind of oddly similar. I think they went like 6-5 their first year. Then they had kind of a rough year, I think, year 2. And then that third year, that's when they took off. So they're kind of the program that I looked at, because they kind of came out of nowhere, really, in FCS football in the state of Texas, and Eric Morris was the guy that got that thing going.
working tonight?
I mean, the call sheet, I guess, but just our coaches do a great job of dialing it up. And then I feel like the offense as a whole did a good job of just executing their assignment. Coach talks about taking it play by play, and just every play has a life of its own, and that's what we try to do, and that's just a mentality that we have to have. And ultimately, I feel like we left a lot out there that we didn't execute on, and we should have had more points. But each week, as long as we're just getting better and better, we're growing as an offense, and that's what I like a lot that I've seen these past couple weeks.
It's been a pretty run-heavy offense in the first couple of weeks, but tonight a lot through the air. Can you talk to me about that?
Yeah, I think this is the offense that just whatever's working, we ride with it. Again, our coaches do a great job of dialing up the plays that we have for the opponent that week, and just based on the looks that they give us, we just have to take what they give us in that specific play, and whatever, like I said, like whatever's working, we just ride with it because we got ball players all around. If we can just find those ball players and give them the ball whenever they're hot, then dangerous things can happen.
Hey, can you talk us through like kind of the progression? Obviously, the week before the season started, you got the call, and then the first game didn't go necessarily how you guys wanted it to. So now, like career numbers for you, just walk us through that process.
Yeah, I think ultimately just taking it week by week. Like I've been in probably every situation you can think of when it comes to a quarterback, whether it's like catching a cramp and not playing the rest of the season or not performing as well, and then the other guy comes in and blows it up. And I've kind of been through each situation to where now it's just like I just got to take it week by week, play by play, and just trust that the Lord is going to take care of me.
I think you also talked to you and Dallas's connection. Both of y'all are fairly new here. I mean, the UNT background as well. So just talk about you guys' relationship.
It was pretty cool that he ended up coming here. Whenever I was at North Texas, I like to throw a lot extra, like outside of practice and whatnot. And Dallas was always that guy that was, yeah, man, I'll come up there. So he would come up there, and even though he wasn't getting any reps during practice, he would always come up there and come catch for me. And I always appreciated that. And I always thought he was a great player. My last spring there, he was actually one of the main targets. And then I ended up leaving that summer. But I just remember, like, whenever I heard he was coming here, I was like, man, like, let's go. Like, he can be a dangerous threat for us.
Stone, you guys have a lot of new faces collectively on offense. It feels like you guys are really finding your stride now. Can you kind of talk to us a little bit about just building chemistry and what it's taken for you guys collectively to get to this point?
I think it's huge, just like especially offensively early on. It's kind of just you got to catch momentum these first couple games and just see what works and kind of create a identity is what people like to say. And I feel like the main thing is just every week we've gotten better. Like we put it on film that the first week, like we did some good things, but ultimately like we didn't score enough points. Like we stalled out on the one twice. The second game, like again, just didn't put up a lot of points like we thought we should. A couple like just 3 and outs and stalls and just flat minutes of the game. Third game, I feel like we came out flat, but then we started picking things up as an offense. We were moving the ball well. And then I think tonight we kind of put it all together. And then again, like we still kind of got flat after that first drive in the third quarter and allowed them to come back a little bit. But we just have to have a mentality of like just a killer mindset where we just got to put the game away fast. Like I feel like we should have put 60+ points on the board, and that's with this offense. Like with the ball players we have, like that's something we should expect every week.
You guys won the turnover battle again this week. Your defense set you guys up with some short fields. How big of a boost is that for you guys when you're jump starting your offense early in the game?
Man, it's huge. Like whenever you can play complementary football with the defense, like it makes our job easy. And we expect to finish in the red zone every time, and we didn't do that every time. I think like maybe once or twice tonight we didn't finish in the red zone or close to it. But like if they set us up in those situations, we got to execute and kind of just have that killer mindset and finish the game out.
Offensive line kept you clean tonight. Twins on the right, George French, a big tackle. What do you think for your line play?
Man, it starts with them. I can't do anything without those guys. Like I make sure to let those guys know that like, I can't do it without them. If they let guys get through, then you can't find the receivers. And I just feel like everywhere I've been, the O-line is the identity of the offense, and if they're doing good, then we're gonna win games. So.
Can you talk to, like, you kind of have a unique opportunity where somewhere you left, you were able to come back with open arms. Just your second time around, just what are your goals for this year?
I mean, I want to win a national championship. That's what's in my mind. That's what I came back to do. Like, I don't want to settle for anything less than that.
You guys are coming off a conference championship. I know you transferred to this team, but what does it mean for you guys to start conference play with Big Up?
Yeah, it's I mean, we try not to talk a lot about last year because it was a completely different team, but we know like we have to walk into each game knowing that like we're the champions, and we break everything out on champions, and that's what we're expecting to do this year, champion, and then ultimately a national championship. But we just got to take it game by game, continue to grow each game, and not look too far ahead. Don't look back, and like I like to say, just play each play as a life of its own. So.
You guys have played a really tough schedule so far too. What do you feel like that's allowed you guys to learn about yourselves?
I feel like you find out who you are in the midst of adversity, and we've had a lot of adversity this season, whether it's the first game, just not executing on those short yardage plays and being down. Second game, we go down 14-0 and create some momentum with our defense and then go out there and score. And then last game, like, we were down, like 28-0 at halftime. I feel like this team just does a great job of continuing to fight. Like, we don't give up. We know, like, if you just keep playing, like, good things are going to happen. So.
Against Tulsa, you had a lot of designed runs. You know, you ran the read option a lot. We didn't see that the last few games as much. And then you had the one where you faked out the whole defense tonight. What was that play like?
A lot of those plays are kind of like you have a run pass option, like a draw. So if like you want to throw it, you can if it's open, if you have the right look. If not, then you can run the draw. So it's just like a lot of options within a play. And I feel like the first couple weeks I could have thrown it a little more. But I mean, that's just like it's growing throughout. Just seeing it on film and correcting it is just huge. But that play tonight, yeah, I just had my read. He did a specific thing to make me pull the ball, and then just making a play at the end of the day. I thought the guys did a good job of sealing their blocks and doing their job, and I just have to do my job at the end of the day.
Radrian Waltrip is a guy that he's gotten like a few moments this year, returning, and he's gotten a few snaps in the slot, but tonight you connect with him twice for touchdowns.
Yeah, he's a baller. That kid is just I've always thought he was crazy good. Like, he has a ton of talent. I mean, all of our receivers have a ton of talent, and like, he's grown a lot these past couple weeks, and I feel like he's just building his confidence, and that's why I know, like, if I can get him the ball and get his confidence going, then he can have performances like he had tonight, and I feel like he can be a huge piece for this offense this year.
You mentioned Cass is two really experienced guys on this offense. How big is his leadership in?
Man, he's a baller. I love it's awesome when you can have two big tight ends or a couple big tight ends in the game, and everybody makes my job easier. I just have to go put the ball in their hands, and they make everything else happen. So.
You guys have played really well at home so far this year. You have a really big road game next week. What do y'all need to do to take that energy that y'all played with here on the road?
I think it starts with practice. Like, our Tuesdays and Wednesday practice this past week was probably our best, like, 1-2 punch of the week compared to the last weeks. And I feel like if we just come out with that mentality that we have to get better each practice and execute the game plan, then, I mean, when you practice well, you give yourself a chance to play well on Saturday, and that's what the mentality has to be.
And then kind of, I hate to kill the bubble mood, but the turnover in this game, like, what was your perspective on that?
Yeah, it was a new play we drew up. I don't know if we had a couple of the players in right spots or if I didn't communicate it well in the huddle, but I mean, at the end of the day, we just have to protect the football. Like, that's one thing is huge with our keys to victory is just 100% ball security. Like, that's never too big of a goal. If we have 100% ball security and our defense gets 3 takeaways, like, it's almost 100% chance we win. So, I mean, that's one thing we harp on, and one thing that I can do better is just taking care of the football.
Thanks, Stone.
Thank you, guys.